So before we get into any of that craziness, before I lose anyone out, if you like what we're saying or hate what we're saying,
yes,
please give us a like, follow, and subscribe so that you can tag along and just severely hate. I'm here for the hate too. So.
And we will be on TikTok this week.
He's dancing, not me.
No. I mean, you never know. I might do a little dance. Oof, 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 oof,
hey,
oof, oof.
I think I'm going to start. Explain the greeting to me. I think I'm going to start doing the greeting thing.
Oh, okay. So we have a social experiment going on here at the CutMen Radio. This is what I want everybody to do. When you see one of your friends, how I would explain it, but you probably won't understand it, is one of your boys at a throat. You know what throat is? Did I explain to you, like, the term throat?
No.
Throat is used in many different forms, but it all means the same shit. So if it's like
John
no, throat is like you have kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you speak to your kids, they sound like kids, right?
Yes.
But then there might be a kid at your gym around the same age as one of your kid, and when you greet them, you like, oh, something's up. Like
yes,
you know where they're from by the way they talk and by the way they act. Like they can't code switch, basically.
Oh yeah,
So throw means like life is throwing you around, and you know what I'm saying, and you're a reflection of that. But then it'd be like you see somebody in your office and they got the white voice on, but the minute they're mad, they'd be like, what the fuck? You goddamn motherfuckers. That's some throwed ass shit right there, you know what I'm saying? Or you see some kids like arguing with the Chinese lady in the corner store, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, I'll slap you in your motherfucking face. Little throwed ass jits. You know what I mean? So you gotta find one of these characters that you know. And when you greet them, you don't dap them. You know what I'm saying? You don't bring it in for, you know what I'm saying, a little half a hug shit. Right. What's up, dog? What's up, my nigga? What's up? No. Shake their hand firmly, look at them dead in their eyes with a smile, and greet them appropriately. How you doing? How's everything? How's the mom? How's the family? It's a pleasure to see you, basically.
You set me up today. Like, I get out of the car and you're like, hey.
Yeah, hey.
I'm excited to see you.
Exactly. And
it's a pleasure to be here with you today. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And the minute you do that, they'll look down, look away, or either be like, hey, what the fuck's going on here?
Right. This dude didn't even give me the side, like, you know how you about to shake someone's hand, you're like, this. He gives me the, I said, this is straight job interview?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm like, huh?
But the shit is, you feel like something's wrong, but there's nothing wrong.
There's absolutely, you're right. There's
100% nothing wrong going on. You're just
wrong.
I'm happy to see you. You're my friend. How's it going, neighbor?
Yeah. so, I don't. Why is a human being like that? So I got this pretty cool glass.
It's called the Thode test.
And this glass is going to segue me into something that's been on my mind, and then we're going to go to all the good topics. But this is just, so I got this cup. It's a pretty cool cup from my girl George from First Heritage and Creations. It's like witchcraft.
What?
Right? I know. She showed me, and it's just basically science behind it, right? So you put some ice in the cup, and then it goes from like white to another color. I think this one might be red. I don't know. I liked it when she showed me. I liked it.
Oh, you got props and everything. This is a whole thing.
There's just ice. I get ice in all my.
I'm just saying, like this is well thought out. We thrive on mediocrity. You plan this shit out.
So look, I put my little vodka in there. Right?
Oh man,
I don't know what's going on here. Actually, it's supposed to be white. Oh, it's already turning red. I don't know.
This shit better work.
It might not work.
Here's the thing, genius. There's red lights behind you.
Okay, well. Okay.
He said it's already turning red.
No, what I'm saying is you can see it on there. It was white. All right, fuck you, nigga.
Does the whole joint turn red, or just your name?
No, just
you got titties. You got titties.
I do probably. Do I have titties?
Oh no, you ain't got titties. Oh, that ain't bad. I need one of them things.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool, man. I told her to make me a CutMen podcast one too, if it works.
Oh, she made it herself.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, she didn't
pause blow the glass or anything, but like she did the sketching of the thing on the thing.
For sure.
So, which brings me into this question. We talked about it before.
Yes.
There's a guy named Bill Carson, maybe.
Bill Carson.
You probably haven't heard of him. Doesn't matter. It's a black dude. He does all this like.
No, I know. He's an old man and he talk real calm.
Black dude.
Yeah. He'd be like, yeah, white. There's nothing wrong with white people. There's something wrong with you.
Similar, yes, but he also talks about like aliens.
There's no such thing as racism. No. Is that the same one?
No, that's not that guy. That guy's like real country kind of acting. He's like, there's no Trump's the best. That's that guy.
Bill Carson's the politician.
No.
Crystals are the way to heal you and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Dr. Bill Carson. Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't know he was Dr. Bill called.
I think he's a fake doctor. I don't know.
Easy cowboy.
It might be like Umar.
So, you're fucking being disrespectful.
Just saying.
And I got to get through this.
Steven, his name is like Steven or Nelson or some shit.
So, there was a lot of vodka there. That was a good amount. I didn't stir it. We're in here right now. Yes. You're with me.
Yes.
All right? The lights go all the way out. You look over there. There's a silhouette of a human.
A human.
But doesn't look like a human. The head's not extremely big, but it's just like a big head. Like a bigger head than a regular human. Not a Down syndrome head, just big head. I went there before you did. I went there before you.
Timmy's in the building?
The eyes are there, but they're like slits.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm. This is very specific, by the way.
Well, he was just on the Flagrant 2 or like fucking Andrew Schwartz, whatever, podcast or whatever. And he was doing this description. I'll explain. There's a nose, but it's not really there. Let's say it's flat. The lips are there, but just like pulled out to the side. Now,
isn't that the Slender Man?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
He's explaining all this, right, of things that he saw. And he's like, it ruined his life for a long time because he told his wife, he told his kids, and he was a crazy person. So I'm asking you, and I'll get to it in a minute. If you saw an alien right here, like right now, what just happened, the lights went off, I'm here with you. Would you tell me you saw it? Or let's say it happened to you by yourself. And I
saw one with a group of people.
Okay, let's say you saw it by yourself.
Real shit.
Okay, go ahead, nigga. Go ahead. Nigga, go ahead.
No, I did.
Be crazy. Go ahead.
We were in this like, I don't even know how to call it. It was an abandoned field, right? But it wasn't like in the woods or some shit like that. It's like, imagine you go to the end of the block and then there's just like 10 houses missing. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like we weren't secluded. We were in the middle of of our hood is just nothing there, like a barren lot. So these dudes I'm with, they're smoking. So we're all just chilling, talking, smoking. There's like 5 of us. And I happen to look up while this dude was saying something to me. I see a light shoot across the sky. I'm thinking, but it's not, it's moving at like a regular pace, like it's an airplane, right?
Okay.
But then stops. And what the fuck? And then shoots straight up and then like woof, like a kind of a flash. And I'm like, oh shit. And I look around to everybody. Cause I'm like, is this like, am I a little high? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And everybody's looking at me. And I'm like, did you just see that? And they're like, motherfucker, did you just see that shit just shot up? And I'm like, we all can't be delusional.
Okay.
All 5 of us at the same time. So I'm like, everybody saw this shit, right? Yeah. Oh, we saw this shit. So it was either the government shooting into space or an alien.
So I'm with that. Now I'm not trying to do the one up. I've never seen the one. And I don't want to, aliens, if you're listening, I don't want to see you. Like, stay where you're at. Easy, cowboy.
I want proof of shit. I want to meet Jesus. I want to see the aliens. Whatever you can't prove for real, I want to meet these motherfuckers. Shake their hand, goddammit.
Yo.
And pleasure to see you.
The views of Ivan is not all of those on the CutMen podcast. Listen to what I'm saying. I hear what he's saying, and I'm all for it. I don't. Now, that's cool. I'm not saying that's explainable. But that's like, maybe it was a rocket ship. Maybe, who knows? I don't think it is that explainable, but some smart white person might be able to explain it, right? Whatever.
It's gas explosion.
What if you're by yourself? Right, gas explosions. What do they do? Military exercise.
Oh, it's a weather balloon.
Right. But let's say you saw the motherfucker. He's fucking 7 feet away from you. Lights cut on, then he's gone. Do you tell someone?
Well, I'm Hispanic, and that's like a common thing. Like Spanish people see fucking shit all the time.
I think you would be the crazy person. Like,
if you told me, Bloody Mary,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Stop it.
Stop it. It's too dark in here for that shit.
Spanish motherfuckers see that shit, see shit all the time. La Llorona, the crying ghost bitch.
Is it her or the nigga by the water with the big titties? I don't think you guys do that one. There's a
by the water with the big titties.
Dude. So there's who's the one you just said?
La Llorona.
Yeah.
It means the crying woman.
Okay, there's like...
but it's like a common story. Like, I don't know, she was murdered or something happened.
She have long hair?
Yeah. It's like a woman that cries and like freaks you out till you die type shit.
Maybe. I bought this thing in El Salvador, and I was in El Salvador. I bought this little keychain, and I bought it because it had long hair and big titties, right?
I mean, I'm sure everybody has a version.
Right. And so I'm like, just a keychain, just a fucking souvenir. I just bought it because it was pretty cool. It had big titties or whatever.
Yeah.
And but you kind of couldn't see the face. It was like the side of the face and side boob or whatever. So I just remember this old woman on the plane like was freaking out next to me because she was like, well, whatever. Let's say it was some name. I don't know what it was. And like the fucking flight attendant was like, oh no, that's the woman by the river that comes and eats your kids or something like that. She tries to
probably
get
the same shit. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, these are selling this in the airport, like for souvenirs. So yeah, no, I think you'd be like, if you told me you saw an alien, there'd be a notch in my book now where you're at. Like,
he's off. He's touched. He's definitely touched a little bit.
Like if I saw some shit, I don't think I would tell it. And he was telling the story about how he didn't tell anyone for years. After he told his wife, and his wife put him on the spectrum. Like, nah, nigga, fucked up. And like he chased his dream. His wife left him. Kids didn't talk to him no more. Like this is before the internet. He gets on the internet, sees like other people similar experiences. So he's like, that's when he started telling more people about shit that he saw and shit that he believes. And I'm just like once I tell you, if I go around like preaching today, hey guys, I believe in it. I saw like, let's say 7 years, 20 years ago, right? Not now, the internet, everyone's got shit. Y'all niggas would put me in a fucking one of them little jackets, my nigga. Like,
I would tell people that shit. The shit I won't tell people is if I seen you commit a crime or some dumb shit like that.
I wouldn't tell niggas.
I ain't saying the motherfucking thing, but yeah, if I saw I seen a jaguar run through here right now, and then I blink of an eye. As a matter of fact, I had a weird experience. Okay. I lived in this apartment. This was I didn't even live there. I was staying there in Gainesville, Florida, right?
Okay.
So I'm arguing with somebody. They were like in the room. So my motherfucker, like, whatever. It was just like a silly argument. And I don't know what's going on. I hear the door open. I turn around. I'm like, motherfucker, turn around. You're going to pay attention to what I got to say. And you know how these apartments, like you go in the kitchen. There's only one way in, one way out, right? Yeah. So you turn the corner, go in the kitchen. And when I turn the corner, nobody. Yeah. And then my man comes out of the bedroom and is like, who the fuck are you talking to right now? And I was like, oh, chill, bro. And I want to explain to him. He's like, yeah, you out your motherfucking mind. So I've had weird experiences like that, and I had to tell the dude right then and there because he's in the middle of the shit. My man was even like, "Yo, I've been listening to you talk shit for about 2 minutes now. I don't know who the fuck you're talking to."
That's actually pretty spooky. Do you watch Chicago PD?
No.
So I
only watch Grey's Anatomy.
I hate
and Big Bang Theory.
I'm not a huge fan of the police. Right?
Yes, me neither.
I've got "fuck the police" tatted on me, like above the law tatted on my chest. So I'm watching Chicago PD, and for some strange reason, I like cop shows. Right? I don't necessarily like them, but I tend to like their own, and I watch that longer than Grey's Anatomy.
I peg you for a cowboy kind of show guy.
I don't know if. Oh, by the way, I'm not saying pause today. No matter what, I'm not saying pause.
You already said it.
In the sense of the fucking gayness, okay.
Isn't that the purpose of saying pause?
Yeah, but I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna dive deep and let it go.
Why? Did you just say something sketchy?
No. It just dawned on me. I'm staying on fucking track
gotcha,
here.
Gotcha.
It's cop shows.
Move the mic closer to your mouth.
You see what he did there, guys? He tried to get me. He tried to see. I'm over here trying to be good. I'm trying to behave. Almost got me.
Oh shit!
I'm dying to even say it right now. I heard it. So look, I'm watching the fucking show, and then you texted me some bizarre shit right when I'm watching the show, and I'm like, "That's fucking genius." What was it? I forgot the text message. Like it was something about the predators.
Oh yeah. So we should just let all the illegal migrants that want to stay in this country hunt down sex predators.
Okay, say it again.
Like molesters. You want to hunt down fucking sexual deviants. And bring them in for justice, and then we'll give you your citizenship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So like, your bounty or like your reward.
As your reward, yeah. You bring in 10, and you get to stay. 20, what I'm saying, you get 2-3 pinchy vatos.
Okay.
They'll give them some tasers or some shit, because you know these motherfuckers are athletic. These niggas dig ditches, they jump fences, they swim, they build fucking rafts out of anything. These are survivors. They're on Survivor Island by fucking nature.
What I'm gonna say is gonna sound like some fucked up shit, right? So cancel him for the idea, not me. This is just shit that just came in my head.
Is there anything wrong with that though?
No, yes.
Hey, if it was a TV show, what do you think it would be called?
I don't know.
Aliens versus Predators. Bang.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, we're gonna bang. That's good. So this is on this episode of Alien versus. Yo, they should make it into. Okay, again, like I said, this is going to sound bad. Mm-hmm. Like they be the attack dogs. Listen to what I'm saying. They'll go out with real police or real bounty hunters or other people, and like, they have the drop on like, oh, we heard that this sex offender. Because I was watching, like I said, Chicago PD, and like, let's say they have the lead on, oh, so and so's in this house. One of the sergeants on the LAPD is 100 years old. Let's get this athletic. He's not really 100, but he don't need to be kicking in doors and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, let's get this guy, give him a vest and a helmet, but like, if he dies. He dies. You know what I'm saying is he's fighting hard because he's trying to get this citizenship. He's trying to stay here for his family, maybe make some babies, something like that. To catch a predator. No, Alien versus Predator.
Yeah. Aliens versus Predators.
We give them their own little special badge.
Listen, you get a little sleepy, you know what I'm saying? Sad boy, clowny.
Oh, you're talking about...
Get him a little vest, you know what I'm saying?
You're talking about like straight gangbangers and shit like that.
Yeah, these motherfuckers, you know, you MS-13, sons of bitches, you want to jump? You want to come over here, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to get deported.
I was talking about the nigga on the corner
We need 10 apiece.
Limes and watermelon. I was talking about that nigga.
Them motherfuckers too.
But no, you're right. Like
Them motherfuckers too.
If I tell you what, I do like that one better. Like if you're an illegal and then you get hit for like a violent crime or something, or like a drug dealing crime.
We need 10.
Right?
I don't think
to get yourself from getting deported
Yeah.
or getting locked up. I think you should have to do some type of good justice. I'm with that. No.
a lot of motherfuckers end up in jail and they're illegal, and it's not really bad crimes. Like they've been stealing shit.
Right.
You know, you grow up in gang culture, but you're not that guy. Like you're not murdering motherfuckers. You might be selling a little fucking $20 worth of weed here, there. Yeah. You want to stay, motherfucker? I'm gonna give you 6 months in jail. Whatever you're supposed to get in jail, we're gonna give it to you. But you want to stay in the country when you get out? Upon your release, we need 10.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm about cutting the deal. I'm about like, hey, nigga, do it like a tier. Most wanted, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Of the sex offenders. You get one of them good ones, the Michael Jordans of the sex offenders.
Yeah.
We'll shave some time off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get them.
Like instead of cleaning up trash on the side, like.
And they're not hard to get. Do you not see these like videos? My YouTube timeline is like filled with these white guys that set them up. They get them out in public and then they start screaming, "This is a sex predator! Oh, he was here trying to get a 13-year-old little boy."
So crazy. I'm watching Chicago PD and it's extreme. It's extreme. It's like the guys that'll kidnap someone and they're into it. Like you're not just finding them overnight. But yeah, those niggas that get online and they're like, "Hey, I'm Susie Q. I'm only 14. Come put your thumb in my ass."
No,
and
they
get
them in public, bro.
Yeah.
I remember To Catch a Predator. It was just a bunch of people behind the computer. They weren't doing nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
No serious investigation. Hey, I'm 13. Oh, I'll fuck you. Hey, I'll bring weed, drinks, and everything else. Yeah. All I said was I was 13. You didn't have a 2-hour elaborate conversation and none of this shit.
You're an asshole, but you're kind of a genius.
I'm telling you, bro.
You're definitely an asshole. Like I don't want this great idea to like jump some of the asshole.
You want my man selling limes on the block, Don Juan? He's about to lose his little business and get sent back somewhere he hadn't been there in 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
help me out.
You need to talk to these other little vatos on the corner and get them to help you. We need 10. Yeah. That's it. You ain't got to hold them. Just get them here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all.
That's actually pretty genius, man.
Or you get them to beat their ass and drag them, tie them up, duct tape them to something and bring them over here. This as long as you organize the shit. You got it. We even get you a truck to put your fucking fruit in.
Christ. We'll make your whole stand legal. We'll do the paperwork.
You might even want to keep this as a job, my man.
I came to America. Never mind.
I was selling chicles 2 weeks ago, Vato.
Well, you're not gonna do my Mexicans like this. Mexicans are not the only illegal.
You're the only one that brought them up.
You're right.
I didn't say
there are
that.
Africans, there are fucking
all of them.
Samoans, whoever else. I don't fucking know.
Yes, get Francois, that Haitian motherfucker that lives in little Haiti, some goddamn where.
All of them.
And you got his ass because he's trying to Uber in a fucking 72.
Any of them.
Chevelle.
But Dominicans, I need them niggas playing baseball. So don't ship them nowhere. We need them.
Damn.
Yeah. We got.
That's pretty bad.
What do you mean? Baseball, Puerto Rico. How many great Mexican baseball players are in
I don't know. I'm not big into baseball.
Okay.
I'm sure there's plenty, to be honest with you.
There's not. There's one. They're there. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure there's several.
There's a black guy. I'm gonna show him to you. I'm not saying it.
Not saying what? You gonna show me the black guy?
I was gonna say something after that.
Oh.
A gentleman that plays baseball for the Mexican team that's blacker than me. Like beard, like looks like
he's Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of black Mexicans.
But he looks like a mayate.
There's a bunch of them.
Some of them just look like they're dark Hispanic people.
No. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
Like if you look at them, there's a rapper, like a famous rapper that's Mexican. Speaks no English.
He looks. Yeah.
No, that shocks you when you saw it. When I saw it, I was like, oh, my man is like Mexican.
But this dude has like a full-grown black people beard. Like sometimes, like when they're
what's the black people beard? Please explain.
Nigga,
I'm just wondering.
Black people's beard are more textured. Not mine. Mine looks like
nappy is what you're saying.
No. In the barber culture, we'd say textured or curly.
What? Whose culture are you talking about?
Okay, you don't say. I know
you ain't never been into a shop and they say, "Hey, the texture of your beard is too thick or too whatever." You never heard that.
So let's get into it.
Okay.
When you took your class, when you took your test,
yes,
there was no nappy hair on the fucking test.
That's a test, but that's something different.
Hold on, I just said in the barber
culture. That's not the culture. That's not the culture. That's a test.
Can we get into it?
That's the test.
We have to explain what culture is and is not before.
Let me explain to you. Is the car culture the same as the DMV getting a license?
No, sir.
You see what I'm saying? That's not the culture.
Let me roll it out.
You know what I mean?
Now you got to quarterback this shit.
Yeah, no.
So what is barber culture then?
I mean, it's a vast amount of things, but I only brought that up to you the other day about the whole shop cultures because I've been by myself for a long time. And for a while, I feel like, I'm over that shit, this and that. But lately I've been like, damn, like kind of missing like the craziness that goes on in these. Because I've worked in some wild places.
Right.
And a lot of wild shit going on. And lately I've been feeling like, you ever see a fucking pit bull with a Christmas sweater on?
Yeah.
You know that feeling you get when you see that? I feel like that.
Not to take away from that. This is not similar. Mm-hmm. But every now and then I go to other boxing gyms.
Yeah.
Just to work out. Like I don't go there and be like, hey man, you need them help, coach. I don't do nothing. I just like, hey man, y'all got open workouts today. Like, let me just hit the bag and blah blah. I just want to be in a different atmosphere, see how other people do shit. Because I know the chaos that's gonna go on in my gym. I know who's sleeping with who. I know who's doing what. I kind of want to see other chaos. It's not the same as the pit bull in the sweater, but I kind of know what you mean.
Yeah.
Would you ever? I already know the fucking answer. Go apply at another place just to not get the job.
No. No, I would never.
That would be fun though. Nigga, like
I would never go and work in another place like that.
But
I do miss it. Like I just miss the crowd. I miss the gambling. I miss the arguing. You know what I'm saying? I miss the wild people that come in and wild shit that happens.
You don't just want to go to a shop in DC and be like, hey man, y'all need some help? Can I get a chair? Like,
no.
You don't want to be a traveling barber?
No. I won't even go in one.
That's so disrespectful.
Why is that disrespectful?
No, it's not really disrespectful.
I just won't even go in one.
So what is shop culture or barber culture?
I think it would all depend on where you're at. But for me, like most of the places that I worked in the last, until I came here, it was like the shop would be centralized in the neighborhood, right? So most things revolved around going there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you knew everything that was happening. Everybody had the story, what was going on. Like everybody went there because something was exciting was happening. They was watch fights. You went to the shop to watch it. We sponsored, Pee Wee football team. So the kids had to get their haircuts before the games on fucking Saturday morning. So they'd be there Thursday or Friday talking. Sunday, the coach would come and bring the games. You know what I'm saying? We were just involved in the community.
Right. Hey, were you?
And with very specific communities. You know what I'm saying?
Were you hyped to be a barber when you were younger? What age did you start cutting hair?
I was very young. I was like 13 years old.
So it's different.
Like for money, yeah,
it's
13 years old.
So, right.
So I don't know. The answer is no. I was never, maybe at 13 I was hyped because, I was making money. Mm-hmm. But it was never like something that I like aspired to be, or it's just something that I was doing.
Right.
And when I changed my life, you know what I'm saying? It was something I already had the skill on a level where I could feed my family.
So my barber experience went like this. Like I went to the barber college in Woodbridge, Virginia. Like my experience was I had all these hopes and dreams. First I was cutting like any other human being in the house and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I want to get all the techniques and I want to know everything properly. So let me go ahead and pay this little $8,000 or whatever it was at the time. I got a story behind that too that I will not tell on air. But I did all that, but I had to be a whole lot of money. I was like, yo, I can make X amount of money being a barber. Yeah. What happened was I didn't want to pay my dues. Like you have to start somewhere and make a little bit of money at first. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't.
No, I mean, of course, like people aren't going to trust you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless it was just like you were cutting hair in your garage, or
you already had your clientele and stuff like
your
that.
boys from around the way, and then you just transitioned into a shop.
So,
and
yeah, it wasn't like I had
anyway.
family members and friends, but I didn't have a whole clientele. You know what I mean? And then at the barber college, when they're used to paying $5 for a haircut, when you transition over into your shop, you'd have to charge them $20 for a haircut. It's sometimes hard to keep those same clients that paid $5. Does that make sense?
100%. They're only going there. It's cheap motherfuckers that go there.
Yeah.
They're not gonna go pay $20. They're just gonna go to the next motherfucker for $5.
So getting to a shop, you had to get your own new clients and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's what was. I didn't want to stick through that mud because I already had a full-time job that was also making good money. So it was hard for me to like stop all that to see the dream. And trust me, barbers can make good money. I got a friend now that's going through barber school for the first time.
The other thing is you did it backwards.
What you mean?
So most people was like, I only went because I kept getting fined by the health department. Right. So I had to go.
I didn't want to tell the story.
So if you went to the barber college, the experienced barbers that were at your school never cut anybody's hair. There were, they got to make $20, $30, $40, $50 per haircut. Why am I going to give this guy a $5 haircut? The only people that were cutting are nothing to something guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was a scam where I went anyway. We just show up, punch a time clock, and go to work. But most dudes that are like you will get a job at a shop cutting little boys, like shit like that. Yeah. And then just go to school for whatever amount of time, 4 or 5 hours a day, and then go to the shop and work. So it's like you're just making these $5 haircuts and getting a $2 tip. And then you go and cut probably at that time, the haircut was like $12, right?
Yeah,
12, 13,
15 was the big, yeah.
And then you get the $5 tip. But then you got to break the dude off daily, you know what I'm saying? Whoever puts you in the shop. That's how it generally works. You just stuck in college thinking, now I'm going to stay there. When I get my little fucking license, I'm going to move on to a shop. And it never worked for you.
Well, that's yes, because that's how the origin, how they teach it.
What they teach you in reality are two different things.
I got you. I'm explaining why, motherfucker. God damn. But yeah, so that's what I have. But there is a way to do it and do it the right way. Like you said, if you do it your way. Yeah. But not everyone can. Don't think you're going to fall into that situation. You sometimes have to create that situation.
Most people do it that way. Like in black barbershops, hood barbershops, most people have been cutting hair. Yeah. No license.
Yeah, no, I got that.
And then they'll go after they've been fined, or they just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get to that point. Or they're trying to like level up. Yep. They'll go, but like part time, and then they're still working. Most people have experience, basically, is what it is.
I hear what he's saying, yes. Yeah. But the barber colleges still flourish. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. But right now, I'm in a lot of shops, and they're not letting people do that as much. Just come, hey man, you can get cut under the table and stuff like that. There are people still doing it, but not as much as it used to be back in the day. But point with that said is, now I think it's easier to become a famous barber with the internet. For sure. It's just like scams and like, it's just weird to me.
For sure, for sure.
Prime example. Hey, today, when we do the non-censored podcast, you gonna put some product in my hair?
Am I gonna put some product in your hair? Do you want me to put some product in your hair?
Could you? I need
Do you want me to cream the top of your head? Is that what you're asking me?
We're not doing this.
I didn't say it.
Are you gonna? Can you put some Beijing? Can you spray Beijing on?
Fuck no. Absolutely not.
No. But everyone's using Beijing.
I don't paint haircuts on, bro.
I hear you. Everyone's using a pencil. You know what I mean? Everyone. It's half of the barbers out here. You've cut someone's hair with clippers with a cord, right?
Yeah. For many years. Many years.
New barbers today don't even know what it's like to.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't use any clippers with cords anymore. But
I got you. But I'm saying even in barber college, like the initial set that I was given was like boom, 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 all cord. Like the initial set you're giving now doesn't even have cords. This
is true. And to be honest with you, if they had that shit back in the day, like cordless shit that actually worked, I would never touch a thing with a cord.
Yeah, I get it. No,
you know how many times a clipper will break in the middle of a haircut because this shit's been bent from the way you hang your clipper and you trip up and tied up against a million other cords.
Or like when you tie it the wrong way, it gets
you gotta got hair all over it and you gotta lift them up over your head to sweep and you know what I'm saying?
So,
like, oh shit.
So with that said, like, the people that I know that are in barber college now, and I go back and I look and when I look, I try to find the person videos and stuff like that to send them. I get excited again. I'm like, yo, man, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I hate people. I hate people.
100%. Like, I don't listen. Trust me.
It's so weird to me that you're a barber.
For people. I have a worse one, right? But like I said, some days I sit around like when it's quiet. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, I kind of miss it because, like I said, I've worked in some wild fucking places, and like it'd be like shooting dice as they're getting their haircut, drinking 40s, like type of shit like that. Yeah. Been like, chill. Hold on a second. Get up and then take a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Or give it to the little kid that sweeps the floor. Roll them for me. You better hit a 6. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're like, there's a lot of pressure you just put on this kid for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? Like dumb shit like that. Niggas will like take bets to do wild shit, like run out the shop naked. You know what I'm saying? No, they go one time. This nigga Stanley. This is funny. He used to do the wildest shit anyway, and if he said something, started talking, and be like, "Oh, you bet me I wouldn't." Everybody start betting. He was like, "I will run." So where the shop was like on a main street. So there was like a 2-lane one way, a median, and a 2-lane the other way, and like a shopping center. It was a shopping center with a grocery store. I only tell you that there's a grocery store because then like the parking lot's deep.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's not like a little strip mall shit. Like it's deep. So he was gonna run from the shop naked across our parking lot, across both lanes of traffic, to the fucking grocery store, touch the door, and come back. Yeah. Everybody's like, you ain't gonna do it, you ain't gonna do it. 12 barbers worked in the place. This is like 2:00 on a fucking Saturday. You understand? So again, I'm telling you the time of and day, so you understand. There's about 60 people in this motherfucking place, outside and everything. Everybody's
Florida
betting.
Or New York?
Look at this in Florida.
In
Florida, right? So the barbers are betting like $100. You're not gonna do this, right? I bet $100 myself. Everybody around there got money on the floor. Bum, 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 bum. This motherfucker's got like $4,000 right here. Now at the end of the shop was like a room where you kept like the sound equipment and all the dumb shit, whatever. He goes in there. I'm literally saying he ain't gonna do it. I guarantee you he ain't gonna do this shit. Soon this naked motherfucker runs right by me, through the door, sees somebody in the street that knows him, ducks behind a car, butt ass naked. As soon as they pass, goes across the fucking street, touches the door of the Winn-Dixie, comes back into the thing, puts his clothes on, give him my motherfucking money. And not 2 minutes later, the phone's ringing off the hook. Is that fucking Stanley naked in the street? Is that Stanley naked in the street? And I'm like, oh my God, this motherfucker.
Yeah. How do you not miss shit like that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when, I come here and then you remember where I was working, like,
yeah.
That was not happening.
Yeah, no.
That was like the quietest fucking place I've ever worked at in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Weirdly, I'm from Virginia, but I didn't have a set barber. Matter of fact, I didn't have a set barber until I met you. Like, I got different haircuts from all different people. It's just crazy. Like, 43 years of my life, you're the only person that I continuously went to because you did such a good job. And this is not even giving you praise because you're an asshole. But I have been to like DC barbershops and Maryland barbershops. They're all now kind of turning into like you're not gonna believe me, but like the luxury type of style, like
because that's the thing. The fucking Amazon and the gram will teach you how to make something look luxurious out of nothing.
Right.
Cheap shit.
So it's like remember that meme you were talking about, like, hey, what type of essential oils do you want? Like, nigga,
excuse me?
We get Stanley running naked, nigga. Like,
exactly. That's what I got to offer you. Essential oil.
Like, there's not a lot of they're all like, it's either that or I went to the Potomac Mills has a barbershop, right? And there, I think the last time I went to Potomac Mills, and it's all young Hispanic kids, and I swear to God, it's like 7 of them were on their phone, and they had like maybe 10 to 12 chairs, all with like the camera rings, like for Instagram. It was crazy. Like no one wanted to cut hair. Everyone wanted to take pictures.
They wanted to be the famous barber. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I'm like,
which is not. There's nothing wrong with you want to be so popular you make a dumb amount of money. But everybody is like on that.
So here's
on that
the deal.
guy type of time. Barber competitions.
I don't want the
that.
barber to be more famous than his cuts, and I don't want the barber to have shitty cuts to be famous. Like I don't. When I tell you, I'll see these. There's a barber on fucking social media. Fuck is it? Maybe Corn something, Corn Beard. I don't know what his name is, but he'll be talking. He'll point out, he's like, "Nigga, this is a fucking fish bowl right here, nigga. This is like they're giving bad haircuts."
Just cause, we had this conversation before. People will go just because you have 50,000 followers and you had a TikTok that had I don't know whatever amount of views, right? They'll go because they think that is the reason your haircut is the reason why all this is like that, and they'll go and they'll put up with that shit because they want to be on your gram, they want to be on your TikTok. Like I got family support. I don't got time for that shit.
So none of these people. And before I get off this, I got a good topic, and then I got to run and get a haircut my damn self. None of them are functional haircuts.
Not at all.
Like
not at all. Not at all.
To keep it real, I'm cheap. I'm not Goldberg. What was Terrell call himself? I forgot. But I'm not. That's a Jewish thing. But no homo. I can. I can make.
Is that not the pause? The remix?
Yeah, I'm getting low in the trigger. I'm throwing freely. I can make your haircut stretch about 3 weeks, definitely a given.
Yeah,
but I can probably make it. I can make it full without really being like really fucked up. You know what I mean? But some people's haircuts, I don't know how you do it. I have to every 2 weeks, every week and a half. I'm like, oh man, I'm fucked up here. You know what I mean? But and these guys nowadays are not making functional haircuts. It's just I don't even know what they're doing. Like by the time they get home.
Yeah, here's the thing. I grew up in a time we didn't have any of that shit, right? The internet wasn't even a thing. And I worked in places where there'd be like 20 barbers. There'd be like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody outside. And how do you separate yourself from everybody else in the same spot? Everybody works together. So everybody's kind of has the same experience. Like if you can call multicultural people like Asian people, white people, all this other stuff, these guys can too.
Yeah.
So you got to be one up better than everybody else. And you have to be able to yoke these people in, and you have to teach yourself how to like retain these people. Conversation, like I told you, there's a whole game to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not only just the haircut. There's a whole game to it. The gram now, you don't have to have that. You just have to look flashy on the internet. Motherfucker can come in, not even like who you are or whatever, and they'll put up with it because, they can repost that they took a picture of you.
Right.
Type of shit.
I got a haircut with so and so.
Yeah, I got a haircut with so and so. So you got some clout all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Me, I got families that depend on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I got kids that go to school that depend on me. I got like lawyers that depend on me, doctors that depend on me, pastors that depend on me. Like, I can't have you out here like saying I did something fucked up to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go, the pastor goes and tells the rest of the people like, "Oh no, you look so good, pastor. Oh yeah, I got it from Ivan. Go over there."
You
get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say it again, but I'm gonna give you your flowers while you're still alive and kicking. It's harder. I'm telling all you barbers here right now. It's harder to run a solo shop and not have anyone paying booth rent and stuff like that. It's harder to run a solo shop than it is to be in a barbershop. To me, I'm saying this to me.
It is 100%.
Because you don't get walk-ins.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? Like people, you have to rely on how good your haircut is to make a motherfucker come back. You have to rely on your haircut to make a motherfucker say, "Hey, I got a guy. Yeah, he'll get you right." And then you have to keep that person like.
Yep.
In barber shops, you might luck up every week. You might luck up and get someone you weren't supposed to, and then your skill might be able to bring him back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have there's no luck ups here. You see what I'm saying?
No, yeah. Everything has to be a high percentage shot immediately.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
It might be a luck up with style seat or whatever, maybe. Like the little.
Well, no, they refer you people, right? But I have to be able to retain them.
Right.
So if I have downtime and I worked in a place that has other barbers, right? One of your clients might come in and be like, "Damn, I don't really have time to wait," and see me chilling and be like, "I feel comfortable. I see him every time I come here. I'll let him." So then I have that That's a layup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't have that right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
I got that.
And like that's why I say it's when you guys get out there and try to jump out there. Oh, I'm gonna get my own shop.
Yeah, go for it.
It's just,
Sure.
Hey, what the fuck did that guy say when I was cutting hair? He was telling. He's like, listen, if you ever want to have your own shop, you better be able to cover the mortgage or the rent already by yourself before you even think about opening a shop yourself.
Yeah.
He was like, because if everyone leaves, you have to pay that shit yourself. So then you have to pay that mortgage or your rent yourself, and then be able to pay your own mortgage. So until then, don't just go, I'm gonna jump out there by myself. It's not the life for you. Now, I want to talk about this bitch Amanda.
Seals.
And this is why.
Professional victim.
And this is why I want to talk about this bitch Amanda. And I'm not even going to give her that much time. And I am going to call her a bitch. Damn. Not because she's a female.
No, she's a fucking bitch.
Because she's a fucking bitch. I don't like. So, and I'm going to get straight to the point. She's on the Shannon Sharp show.
Yes.
And I don't even know what you want to talk about this, but she's on the Shannon Sharp show and she's having a conversation and stuff like that. And then she posts on her page, she's like, me, I said A, B, and C. And then Shannon Sharp did A, B, C, D. And then he hung his head because I didn't answer the question the way he wanted. And then if you play it back.
That never happened.
That's not the way it happened. Like, she just, like, in her mind, she thought something. And I'm like, so what I did, I saw the whole thing first, right? So you told me about her, and I'm like, I have no idea who this chick is. So I watched the interview, and then I'm like, all right, well, let me Instagram her name. Like, I go search, look up her name, and then it showed me the clip, and then I found out. Then I saw where she posted the writing, and I'm like, oh no, it's not. He didn't hang his head because he literally
did it later when she would be combative. Like he'll say something and she'd be like, nah. And he'd be like, oh, come on,
when she was,
like, you're doing the most right now.
And when she wasn't understanding what he was saying, he was saying, okay, she was saying, yes, there is a clinical way to prove that you're ADHD. And he said, are you? And she said, and then she then talked again and said how there's a clinical way, but he said, are you? And then she then again said how there is a clinical way. And he just hung his head. It was like, I want to know, are you? And then she was like, no, I'm not.
No, she doesn't even say I'm not. She says there is a test.
And
then he just moves on.
Yeah, but then she goes in and talks about how she didn't get tested herself. Like she's like, I'm not paying the $10,000.
That's later, right, after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But then I'm like, so you proved your point, right? Like, what
no,
are you?
For sure. Yeah.
What are you even like? I hate that shit, yo.
The thing about it is he wouldn't be doing justice to an interview. Like if somebody comes and you're interviewing them and they tell you out of the blue, like no one knows this or whatever, out of the blue, I'm autistic, right? Okay, boom. That's the buzz topic, autism, right? You're pretty famous. How do you function with this? When did you get diagnosed and what did you have to go through? Like what still bothers you now? You know what I'm saying? Right. Like that's how you would be interviewed about the shit, especially if you throwing the layup. Like here's me. I got to ask you questions. So you can't flame the guy because he asked you. That's not trashing you. That's just like, imagine a nun. You're interviewing a nun, and the nun says, I do porn. Or I did porn.
Right.
What age did you do this?
I need to know more.
How did you get into the industry?
Right.
You're going to ask. It's not like you asked out of the blue to trash the bitch. You threw the topic out there. I have to ask you.
Let me tell you something about this motherfucker, Shannon Sharp. You can absolutely hate this motherfucker, right? You can hate his show, hate how he talks.
I like his show. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But you can't. It's just like Jake Paul. There's some people that's undeniably they've done their homework and they've done their job. Like I enjoy the art of interviewing people.
Yeah,
right? and I also enjoy the art of interviewing people fairly. Like sometimes Joan Rivers and other people, they're like, I'm like, nigga, you're setting this motherfucker up. Like Vlad. Vlad be setting people up sometimes, but that's
no, for sure.
But that's hold on. But I used to not fuck with Vlad. That's the gear of his show. You know what type of water you're drinking when you get there.
Yeah, remember we had that conversation. It's like
I didn't know
today is not day one. You've been watching these clips. You're there for a reason.
You pointed it out to me. I'm like, because I didn't fuck with Vlad. I'm like, oh no, nigga. Y'all niggas know.
Yeah, you want to go out there and talk that gangster shit. Right. And he's just like, sure, diarrhea at the mouth. Go for it.
So tell me more about that, Robbie, you did in 1988.
But that's the interview. How are you going to tell me you murdered a motherfucker and I'm going to be like, street code?
My nigga, I'm with you.
I don't know you. When did you do that?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
Yeah.
Did you go to jail for it? You know, like dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
This broad. And then if you watch the whole interview, they have that little fucking altercation early. This is almost 3-hour interview.
Yeah.
And then they're cool the whole time. She even hugs my man in the middle of the fucking thing and then waits till she's done to trash him because she's a professional victim. Her fan base relies on her being a victim to get the clicks and the fucking comments. So if she goes and says like, oh no, it was great, no one's going to comment. No one's going to be on her live. No one's going to do this. No one's going to do that. But if she says, oh, he victimized me. Oh, girl. Yeah, you're so right. Oh, my God. And then be like, but wait, what are you talking about? You lied to me.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know that she was lying to begin with. You just find out after. You admit that you were lying to him.
It's crazy.
And he still won't say anything bad about it. He'd be like, you know, she's a smart girl, whatever. I just think she's had some bad shit happen to her.
Yeah.
Does it? She's like, fuck this guy, black spaces. They told me I'd be in a safe space. Bitch, that's not your father. What the fuck you talking about? A safe space? This is not your therapist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're here for an interview. You're giving him gold.
Nigga,
you did it to yourself.
This motherfucker Shannon Sharp is a football Hall of Famer. He's a football player.
Yes.
Then went on to
several time Super Bowl winner.
Then went on to whatchamacallit with Skip.
Yeah.
And then talked about what? Fucking sports.
Yep.
This nigga has transitioned into being a great interview, like a great podcast that we
got
watch.
all
like
kinds
it's a
of people
TV
on the
show.
Shit. Yeah. Got all kinds of people on the shit.
This bitch going nigga, I didn't know about this chick till you. When you showed me that shit and I did the I said, yo, this bitch is upset. Like the what did you call them? The professional victims.
Yeah, she's a professional victim. Bro, and then if you watch the shit, this bitch tells 10 stories about her getting kicked out of school, lost jobs, people hate her, hating on her, trashing her, kick her out of parties. Nothing her problem.
Yo,
none of it was her fault.
So
that's like one of your kids would be like, damn, you didn't do your homework? No, I turned it in, but the teacher hates me. Again, damn, you got detention? Teacher hates me.
So
you're the common denominator here.
So when these women, and I'm not, this is not a shot at a certain person or certain people. I don't want no beef. I'm just saying some people, when they talk about this divorce, when women talk about getting I'm getting a divorce, fuck my man, blah, blah, blah. My first thing I ask is like, oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that. He didn't hit you, did he? Because that's what, are there anything after that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this shit can't be all bad. You know what I mean? Like I gotta hear this nigga's story. Like I know this nigga's story is like, yo, let me tell you what you did. I'd be like, pfft.
You see what I'm saying?
So, but yeah, the person
that victim shit and trashing people for the sake of like, I'm not big into gossip. Like almost not at all. Like there's a million things we can talk about in a day that got nothing to do with like trashing the next person. And especially my own people, I ain't publicly trashing my own people. But it seems like she forces the situation to do both.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like he didn't say nothing about, like, let's just be real. Not everybody of your same culture is your brother.
Yeah, you got it.
It is what it is. But my culture is my culture, and then I'll check you personally if I have to check you. You get what I'm saying? This bitch comes out. He never said anything about race. He never said anything about any of that unless she said it. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then she comes out and be like, oh, he's supposed to be my brother, and we're supposed to be in a safe space. Bitch, who told you this? Like, why is it you're supposed to be in a safe space? And what is a safe space?
Right.
Did my man, like, fucking abuse you? He didn't do shit, but ask you questions about the shit that you're talking about.
At any given moment, you can say, I don't really want to talk about that. Like, there's ways to curve the questions.
100%. Like, I don't think that's something I don't want to talk about. I'm sure he'll respect it and be like, yeah, we can move on.
Yeah.
He wasn't forcing anything out of you.
You never said, and maybe they cut it or edited it. I don't know. Maybe she is the victim. I don't know. I doubt it.
She said what they cut out was like little snippets of conversations.
Well, then
and it had nothing
bitch.
to do with nothing. It was like, oh, we were talking about Palestine. They cut that out. Yeah, duh, bitch. She doesn't want fucking Jews to flame them. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, we're going to cut it out. You probably said some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he cut the shit out.
But like, if you said, "Oh, I don't want to talk about this," and he kept being like, and he kept pressuring you, I would be like, okay.
And that never happened. My man said one time, oh, you know, like if you talk when adults are talking, I could see where they'd be upset because I couldn't do it when I was a kid. And he even told her, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I didn't say I don't believe it. I'm just telling you. When I was a kid, if I went and spoke to my grandparents while they're speaking to their friends, they'd be like, hey, you can't do that.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God. She goes on this whole tangent because her victim fan base is be like, you're right, girl. Oh my God. These dudes misogynists. Oh my God, girl. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, shout out to the Beehive. I know it's not the same thing, but if you got the joke, you got the joke.
The Beyonce?
I'm joking. Daddy love the Beehive. I'm just joking. I don't want no smoke with y'all bitches.
I don't know nothing about the Beehive.
I'll take some Jewish fight over the Beehive. Beehive don't play. But with that said, hey, man, I thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it. It's good to be here today.
Yes.
Have a nice day.
Yes, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to see you.
I'm Tijuana Jack.
And I'm just Ivan.
This is, was, and always will be CutMen Podcast.
Bow.
You are now listening to the CutMen Podcast.